Phobia, the fear of wasps.
Podophobia, fear of feet.
Social anxiety.
Emetophobia.
Emetophobia.
Phobia of vomiting.
Tetraphobia.
An intense fear of failure.
Xylophobia, the fear of wooden objects.
Monophobia,
Or the fear of being abandoned.
hemophobia, fear of blood.
Haphophobia.
The fear of being touched by others.
Chronophobia.
The fear of time passing.
Since wasps live in the outside, this fear has many times forced me to miss out on any social gatherings.
They make me extremely uncomfortable and nauseous, even my own feet.
I remember growing up petrified of any and every social interaction I would have to face that day.
When I was 7 years old, a homeless man threw up all over me in a metro station.
From then, I cannot bear the thought of throwing up or watching others do so.
I think it began the moment everything became so real.
The transition from a child who looked up to the parents to tell them right from wrong to an adult whose choices define his future.
It's not the pain that the splinter might produce, but the thought of it being stuck inside my skin.
The fear is linked simultaneously to the dread that others will not want me.
Or that everyone I care will die, ultimately leaving me completely alone.
I refuse to ever get my blood taken out, which I know is an irrational and unsafe decision, but I cannot stomach the thought of it.
My body cannot handle being touched by others if I do not know it's going to happen.
When this happens, it's as if all my nerves scream.
I have lived this fear since I realized as a child what death was.
That fact that every minute that passes is a minute that we will never get back scares me so much.
I mean, I think that's kind of crazy. Like, you're afraid of your own feet?
It's very normal to have this fear because it's just the way people are wired to care about other people's perceptions.
I mean, to her, it probably seems completely fine and like structured, but to me, from the outside, it obviously seems irrational.
I can't understand how you can be so scared of something that can't really hurt you back, especially if it's yourself. Do you know what I mean?
I can understand this person. You're just always scared of like someone leaving you for good.
The way that it affects their body, it's a very bodily feeling.
Which is crazy that it is such a big part of their life that they can't even go outside.
Yeah, I don't think that's healthy. That's something that has to be dealt with on its own.
You think of it a way that no one else can really understand, and so you can't really get talked down from that fear.
I think everyone has social anxiety. I definitely have it too, and not to the point where I have panic attacks from it, but yeah, it does come with bad memories, always.
It's a transition that happens pretty fast for a lot of people, and like losing that kind of sense of security you would normally feel.
Shame of not being in control of your own bodily functions or desires or what you want to do.
It does make sense that you would see it kind of everywhere, and it kind of focuses everything.
All fears are related to each other in some way, I guess. Like, they all awaken something very primal, the fight or flight reflex in us.
Definitely sounds like it's coming from a different place. Like maybe they were touched at some point.
I feel like that would have to be completely like exhausting, you know, especially if you don't tell people about it.
I understand what these people's phobia is, but I don't share it because we are born knowing that we're already gonna die.
Like, I do have phobias as well, and I think phobias are something that are hard to like get talked out of, in a sense.
Like, at least for me, it's not even easy to say, hey, I have this. Because the moment you say it, you're creating an obstacle between you and those people, because those people can't do something that for them is super normal.
It kind of makes you feel like the rest of the world's closed off, as if those problems are only your own.
The more we understand other fears, the more self-respect, and social acceptance of that fear could be fostered.
It makes me think that like everybody has a phobia and everybody has something that they're scared of.
I think it makes perfect sense, honestly. Like, you don't really know people's like internal monologue. You don't know what's like going on. Finding this out just kind of like personifies strangers, really.
I don't know, I guess everyone's kind of scared of everything in some way, but there's like different intensities and stuff like that. But so this experience kind of showed me that the littlest thing can be someone's like biggest fear.
I feel like it's always in the back of someone's mind. Maybe there's just like something that kind of brings it forward.
Everybody suffers in ways we have no idea about. Like, this person could be in this room with me, and they suffer with this every day. And it affects your life now, and it will continue to do so.
These questions are really interesting because it is going to make you stop and like think about your own life and how you approach big things, because I mean this is not, you know, just some random thing. It's, you know, it has to do with your way of life, and I think it is interesting to, you know, kind of stop people in the hustle and bustle of every day, and then you know, reflect on, you know, how you deal with others and deal with yourself and all these like big questions, you know.